Hey, what is up, guys? Commander Alex here, and today we are back at it with yet another alpha theory slash interesting information about her. As you guys probably know, there hasn't been any new lore about her, any new information released publicly on her, but the community's kind of gone to town on figuring out who the hell this chick is. So first off, I want to bring you guys to the Vainglory forums here. We're going to look at this post, and you can actually read through it yourself if I remember, which I probably won't. I'll link it in the description. But basically, the two theories are A, she is sent by the Storm Queen to hunt down Kestrel and Catherine because they betrayed the Storm Queen when they killed Julia. And then the other one is that she actually is Julia, because Julia wasn't recovered. Julia had an injury to her abdominal area, which apparently is where Alpha is said to have had her injury. And this one seems pretty legit. What are the chances they would have the same injury? What are the chances that you wouldn't find Julia and yet this hero shows up in a cryo chamber? All this stuff seems a little bit much, plus the fact that Julia would pretty obviously have a reason to hunt down Kestrel for the Storm Queen, because let's be honest, they killed her. Kestrel and Catherine are not Julia's best friends, and so this has some real basis behind it. But I thought I'd bring you guys to the next level, because I was I feel like I've seen a hero in a cryo chamber before, and I couldn't remember where I saw it. I was looking around in the forums, I was looking around on some of the Vainglory splash art, and then I found it. Let's go to Stormlord Arden skin reveal, and right there in the background. Is there a way we can, I think we can zoom in here maybe a little? Nah, I don't think we can. Alright, so basically, there you have it. In the background, you can see that there's, in a cryo chamber, this chick. And if you actually end up reading the lore, it's Julia. In this lore, the person in the cryo chamber is Julia. Now, you do have to keep in mind that this says, note, skins are departure from the hero's official lore. They represent a what if the hero had taken a different path in life. For Arden, this skin represents what would happen if he'd been consumed with revenge of his death, or rather of his wife's death. But that doesn't change the fact that Julia is there. So this kind of changes what Arden would do, but it doesn't change the fact that Julia is there. So maybe Arden going and teaming up with the Queen isn't real. I mean, that's probably not real, let's be honest. But maybe Julia being captured by the Queen actually is real. So you see in this picture, Julia is in a cryo chamber. It looks like she actually has some sort of issue with her stomach. I can't tell if that's just a glare on the glass, an effect, or if it's actually she is messed up down there. It also looks like maybe she got a stab wound in the chest area. It's really hard to tell exactly what's going on there, but what I can tell is Julia is in a cryo chamber who is controlled by the Queen in this lore. And apparently the Queen just suddenly, in the Alpha lore, has a person who had an abdominal issue that is now being taken out of a cryo chamber and turned into Alpha. That is pretty damn suspect. So the new theory for Alpha is that Alpha is Julia. Alpha is Julia that was captured by the Storm Queen and then was kind of repurposed by her to go hunt down Catherine and Kestrel, because Catherine and Kestrel betrayed her by killing Arden, or rather by killing Julia. And I think killing Arden, or maybe just killing everybody else. I didn't really read that lore. Anyway, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But what can we actually find out from this? What do we know about Alpha because of this? So I gotta be really careful about what I say here, but basically, we know that Julia was a mage because she healed Arden and all this stuff. So we know that Alpha should probably be CP. That would make sense, right? But then we also see this giant freaking, where is it? Yeah, this giant freaking sword. You don't see a lot of giant freaking sword wielding mages. So my running theory is that this is going to be a burst mage that is actually built on CP, because Julia is a mage, so she would be building CP, but is in a melee format because you have this giant freaking sword. So that is my running theory. I don't know what you guys think about this. Obviously, it's a major stretch, but if you guys believe this, I think there's a lot to back it up. So, I mean, you got this pretty well crafted theory about Julia. The Stormlord Artigan skin reveal backs it up by pretty much telling us that Julia is in control of the Storm Queen, or Bad Queen, I don't know what the hell her name is, and even shows her in a cryo chamber. I think the evidence is pretty damn crazy. Now, obviously, what this says actually about the hero in game is a little bit suspect. Like, they're going to be making, you know, maybe a few stretches in game to make everything fit. But I think that we can safely say that Alpha is in fact Julia based on these things. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know there's probably going to be new lore coming out pretty soon, so I'll be definitely reading that, and if I come up with any crazy new theories, I'll be sure to let you guys know there. But as always, I'm going to be kind of trying to make this channel the premier place for you know, different game updates, leaks, stuff like that. So if you guys have any wonderings of what's going on in Vainglory, be sure to check here first, because I'm going to be uploading it as quick as possible. And until next time, I'm Commander Alex. See ya.